Hey guys, it's Colleen with Resourceful Dance. Today I am here to give you a little demo on Trello. If you haven't heard of Trello yet, go ahead and find the Resourceful Dance community and go to our Friday favorites videos. And a couple weeks back in December, I had talked and raved about Trello. It's one of our favorite tools, and I really can't get into it, otherwise I'm not going to stop talking. So let's get into the demo, and this is really for dance studios. It can be helpful if you're not a dance studio, but it is tailored for dance studio owners. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen view so you can see exactly what's happening and get a feel for Trello, either before you sign up or maybe shortly after. So for Trello, this is kind of what I see when I log on. If you don't have an account yet, you will have to get that set up. It's just Trello.com, and they do have a free version. So you can do the pro as well, but if you're just getting started, it might be useful to do the free version, and then you can always upgrade at any time. So you'll need to follow the prompts to create an account with Trello. Once you do that, you'll want to create a team for all the people at your studio that you would like access to this account, because this is a communication tool. It can really eliminate a lot of the post-it notes, the emails that go back and forth. So we'll need to create a team. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead to this upper right-hand corner and click the plus sign. And here we have a couple options: create boards, personal team, business team. The business team is for the business class, which is a little extra per month. So we'll just want to go to the personal team. And you can name it whatever you like, Dance Studio 1. And you can add a description if you'd like and hit create. So this is what you'll see. You can always add a picture, you can edit your team profile. You'll see it's private, that you can edit as well. This first little tab will show all your boards that you have within that team. And then you will go to members, and you see I am a member, I am an admin. I can always leave here. You can go to all my activity, and it'll show all your members. To add members, you can go ahead and find them by name. You can type in Megan and it'll pop up. Let's see if it pops up, I don't know. Or you can add them here. So, Megan. So it shows me all the Megans. And this one is Megan from Resourceful Dance, so I'm going to go ahead and add her. So now she has her status is normal. You can upgrade that to admin if you like. If your team members do not have Trello yet, they will have to get their own account. It's also free for them, and you do that by inviting them with this special link, and that will send them an email to sign up. From there, if you have all your team members, me and Megan, we'll go ahead and add a board. So a board is for a large category. For instance, we have Resourceful Dance boards. We have each of our clients have their own board. So you can kind of do it however you like, but really you probably just need 1 or 2 boards for your studio. If you have a business partner, you might want a separate board for you and your business partner. But otherwise, maybe just 1 would do it. So you can add a board a couple ways. You can go to the boards tab on your team and hit create a new board right here. Or you can go back to that plus sign up in the right corner, upper right corner, and click that and create board. So here we're going to title it Dance Studio 1, and I'm going to find my team. Here's Dance Studio 1, and I will hit create. So this is what you're going to see when you create your first board. The menu over here will always be on the right upper hand side, and you can add members here if you didn't do so already. You can change the background color. There's a lot of other different things you could do here, but I like to just keep this minimized because it's kind of big and it takes up a lot of space. But if you were to need it again, you just hit the show menu button right there. This is your board name over on the left hand corner, your team, And then this is a way to make it a favorite board. If it's starred, it'll be a little easier to pull up. Over in this upper left-hand corner, it will list all of your boards, and the ones with stars are listed at the top. And then there's also, you know, if you drag down here, there's all of these other boards that are not starred. So it just makes it a little easier to access. From here, we'll need to start creating lists. So lists are broad categories that you want to start organizing your information, your communication. So if I were to have a studio, I would like to list my weekly to-dos, and they go horizontally. Monthly features, so things, I keep doing that. So things that you want to feature each month, so you want everyone to know about. If the teachers, the office staff, you want everyone to know, oh yeah, there's Parents' Night Out. So if somebody comes up and asks them about it, here's all the information. We'll get into that a little later, but that's what I mean by monthly features. Recital is another big category for dance studios. Summer dance, so creating summer dance schedules, fall dance schedules, checklists, and guidelines. And you could do rentals, you could do your fall dance schedule, you could do really any sort of categories that you find necessary, or things that, information that you want to keep really organized. Forms would be another great one to have. So these lists you can move horizontally by just clicking and dragging them to where you'd like them to go. I like them kind of priority, or things that you're going to need a lot. If you're really working on your summer dance schedule, you might want that a little closer to the left. Weekly to-dos, those are things you're going to look at all the time, so I like that at the left. So now that we have our categories, our list, we're going to get a little bit more specific and add cards. So cards are a little bit more specific than lists, but you know, not details yet. So these are just for the weekly to-dos. I'm going to think about who needs to have a list, a weekly to-do list. So teachers, office, directors, if you have a graphic designer, if you have a cleaning person that comes in, whatever you might need, people that need a list, that you're going to add a card for them. So the cards are the white tiles right there, and you can move cards forward, up and down, and then also you can move cards to other lists. So I can put that right there if I'd like. If I need to edit the card, I can always click this little pencil at the side, and same thing with the list, you can edit with these little dots here. So I'm going to add monthly features so I can remember to tell people what's going on this month. If you have a Parents' Night Out, if you want to measure students, if you had a specific rental coming in or a show, you know, lots of details here. This is where you're going to put them. Recital, you're going to have costumes, volunteers. You know, you can kind of list like all the categories within recital. Summer dance, maybe workshops. Oops, sorry. Camps, schedule, teachers, who's going to teach, all that stuff. So really just getting a little bit more specific within that list. So if you go ahead and enter into one of your cards, you're just going to click on a card, and this is where the magic happens. So you can add comments. So if you need to tell, you know, your office staff, Megan, I'm going to do the @ symbol and then start typing her username, and she pops up here. And I'm going to tell her, please call back Tom from Call Blog tonight. So if I send that, she's going to get an email that says, please call back Tom from the call log tonight. So you can get really specific here, and you can tag people in a comment, or hey Colleen, I talked to Sam and they said that's fine. You know, whatever it may be, you can type it in the comments and they'll get an email notification if you tag them. You can also add labels, and if you're a color coding kind of person, you're going to want to do this. We don't use this a ton at Resourceful Dance just because there's 2, but if you have a larger team, it might be really useful. So you can add a label and edit the label with the little pencil, and I'm going to say this is for Colleen. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to click it and it'll pop up. So now it's green, and then if you look over to the left here, you can see there's that green label. So if you have again, if you have a big staff, it might be helpful so that your staff can see if they're needed in that card or not without having to open it and sift through the list. Then your checklists. Checklists are what we use every single day at Resourceful Dance. So I'm just going to create tasks for my office staff because we're in the office card here. This is the card at the top. Call log, cleaning, update, form. Okay, you can get really specific here. You can also tag people in these specific tasks. But the cool thing about this checklist is, number one, if you cross it off the list, let's say it's done, it strikes it out instead of just erasing it, which is helpful for you as the studio owner because you can see exactly what they've done. You don't have to keep track of what you told them because it's all right here. And then it's very satisfying to do as well. It feels great when you cross something off. And then also, if you check again on that left side, it shows you this little check box. It tells you there's a checklist in there, and then it also tells you 1 out of 3 tasks is done. So same thing here, you don't have to open the card. If all 3 things are done, you know you're done. You don't have anything to worry about. This little box or this little bubble is for a comment. So same thing, you can kind of look at the cards and see what's within the card without having to even open it. So we really use that every single day. And you can also move these things up and down if you like. You can add a due date. If you need it done by tomorrow at 12, you just click your date, save, and now there's a due date, and that due date shows up over here on the left as well. The last thing that we love about these little cards is the attachment feature. So you can attach files or pictures from your computer, Drive, Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, OneDrive, and you can also attach a link. So if I attach a link, resourcefuldance.com, I can title it, spell it right, and I can attach it. And same thing with all these files. I can attach the files, and it sends it to this card. And now the specific form that I need them to update will be right on here for them. So they will not mistake that little checklist for anything else. And to get there, they would just click the link or click the file and it will pop up for them. Same thing with the site. It'll just go ahead and pop up so they know exactly what you're talking about. So it is very, very useful. You can also move this to a different card, to a different board, copy it, archive it if you're done. It's really, really useful. I think it can be a great tool for your dance studio, and I hope that was helpful. If you are an organization person, you're going to go crazy and you're going to love it. If you're not, you need this to help you. It's really changed how me and Megan do business and stay organized and communicate with one another. So I hope that you give it a try. If you're having difficulties, let me know, and I would be more than happy to help you get a board set up or walk you through it a little slower. And that is that. So good luck. Check out resourcefuldance.com for more great insight on Trello and other great tools that you can use at your studio. Have a great day, guys.